Hey guys, back to aircraft again. Today we're going to be looking at Revell's P-38J Lightning. This can, in a lot of ways, be a bit of a comparison with the Hasegawa version of the kit that I reviewed previously. So, right away, this kit's got a fair amount of negatives. A lot of the detail is mushy at best. It's not very crisp, not very sharp. A lot of raised detailing in the riveting and panel lines, which is fortunate, as this does ruin the kit's look a lot. Now, all natural aircraft, typically, you want a nice, clean, smooth look so you can get the finish right. However, with this kit, it's just the molding is bad. In addition, the superchargers are a little undersized for the scale. Cockpit detail is, in terms of the sidewalls, is non-existent. Continuing on to the tailbones, much the same. There's very poor level of detailing. Yeah, just really poor job. Landing, just not a lot to say in terms of, other than just one bad thing after another. Here with the the boom fronts, again, detailing is not that great. Another thing to note is you are going to have to clean up all the copyright information on the big elevator piece, and doesn't actually give a date like some of the other Revell kits, but yeah, again, just the detailing on the parts is really just kind of piss poor. Now, moving on, you get a decent armament set with this kit. Several rockets, as well as a couple other odds and end parts, including parts for the reconnaissance version, which is a nice inclusion. However, it will require a pretty sizable amount of surgery to do. Again, more additional parts, as well as one of the props. The landing gear detail is not bad, especially given the quality of the rest of the kit. The landing gear are at least salvageable. You do get two pilot figures, one for, or if you're using it as the several different versions, which I'll get into once we get into the instruction sheet. But again, molding is bad, and this sprue in particular has got a lot of flashing, so yeah, it is a bit of a disappointment. Continuing on with the underside. One thing it does include that I do not recall the Hasegawa version having was the crew ladder. So that's something to consider. You can probably at least salvage. Next we got the armament, as well as the radar pods, landing gear, and a couple of other odds and ends, as well as the armaments for the nose. Now this part broke off from the sprue tree, but it's for the two-seat version. Color parts are actually not too bad as well. Again, another thing that's salvageable from this kit. They're all clean, clear, no real sign of port lines in the middle of them, so at least salvageable there. Now, let's get these in and we'll move on to the decals. I just managed to drop. Okay. So, decals are okay. The text is sharp and crisp and very clean. And in fact, one of the nose art examples it has is actually pretty well done. Quite surprising, as typically you really don't get that great a quality of decal these days in terms of nose art, as you can see here on the other side with the second one. It's definitely could be better, but overall I'd say the kit's decals aren't half bad. So, getting into the instruction sheet. This is another area where I find the kit is kind of lacking, as it's really confusing, as while it does provide some indication of which parts to use for which version. They're a little subtle, and it could have been a little more blatant, as it gets to be a little confusing. You have to pay very careful attention just to make sure you're using the right parts in the right way for the right version that you want to build. As you can see here, after constructing the cockpit, if you want to build the different two-seat versions, you're going to need to add that. But if you're building the Pathfinder version, you're going to need to trim that part, and just it goes on and on and on. So all I can say there is to just pay careful attention to the instructions. Probably go through them once or twice before you build the kit, simply because, it's a little bit of a nightmare. Continue on. It does simplify out a little through the mid part, but then once you get towards the end, as you can see here, it starts to get a little more complicated again. As far as the kit markings go, it preferences 2 aircraft. Well, 2 and I guess call it a half, because it doesn't really give a full description on it. So, overall, I hate to say this, but this kit is bad. It's got some very serious issues, and especially when you compare it to the Hasegawa kit. I mean, the differences are night and day. Now, granted, to my knowledge, this kit's a lot older. However, I mean, for it to be, just this poorly done is not, I would say, not excusable, even for age. Now, granted, it does come with some nice option parts. Now, the ability to do several different versions in it is good. To my knowledge, the Pathfinder and Night Fighter versions really have not been done by anyone else. So, if you're going to get it, I would say only get it really for these parts and just sort of cannibalize them for a better kit. As the main components in this kit are they're really bad. Now, if you're looking for something to do like a crashed version, then I would say go with this and save some money. But for just your standard model, I'd say pass on it. Save your money, get the better Hasegawa one. So that was a look at Revell's 1/48 scale P-38J Lightning. Kit with a lot of problems, but some really nice extras. Until next time.